Today marks the beginning of a new adventure in a place that may seem familiar to some and foreign to others. About half a year ago I started a series that I would never come to finish, on one of, if not the hardest and longest mod packs there is out there, Greg Tech New Horizons. Our goal is to get to the point where we can sustainably make biocells. We may push the goalposts back later on in the series, but for now, that insane task is the end game goal. There is many tiers of tech, magic and agriculture before that though. So, today, we start that journey here and now. So sit back, relax, and let's find out how brutal this mod pack can really be. One of the things that you certainly want to do in this mod pack is to follow the quest book. It is very, very important, because if you don't follow it, you're going to have no clue what the hell you're doing the entire time. You're never going to be able to finish it. You're never going to even be able to come close to finishing it if you don't follow the quest book. It's actually insane, the amount of things that you can't do without the quest book. But, as you can see, we are following the quest book like it is the Bible, and God himself has sent it down to earth for us to follow. So, we get our first set of flint. Do love gambling. Ooh, 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 ooh. Thank you, quest book. That is some pretty good loot for a Stone Age loot bag. That's really good. That means I don't have to go and find all of these random saplings when we eventually end up needing them. That's amazing. Right. So, now we've got the basics, I think it's time for us to go explore, get ourselves a bed, and find ourselves a house. That is after we collect some wood and let the night pass, because the night in this mod pack is incredibly difficult. It has inferno mobs, it is insane. It is morning, and let's get exploring. What on living God's green earth was that? Oh, a bone. I've got a bone to pick with you. Scared the bejeebus out of me. The living bejeebus. Oh, good lord. Good golly gosh. Don't like the way these witches are looking at me. They're looking at me with their nose. They don't like it. Ah. Don't think they're friendly. Just by the... what I just watched. Oh, there's so many sheep. So, for the bed in this mod pack, it is not the same as the bed in vanilla. You need hammers, you need fences, you also don't just need 3 wool, you actually need 6, you need to make 3 carpets. You need to make 3 wool carpets. Ooh, coconuts. These are quite rare. These are very rare, actually. So, one of the other things you want to be looking out for is the gardens. As you've been seeing, I've been picking them all up as they're gone. They are for picnics later on. As you can see here, I was trying to make myself a bed and found out I can't actually make fences out of the wood that I was trying to make it out of, which royally screwed up my plan and almost got me killed. So glad that was a regular, like a non-regular creeper, or else I'd have been dead. I don't think I would have been dead, I definitely would have been hurt and I'd have been very annoyed. Also annoyed that you can't make fences out of that sort of wood. It's very annoying. Finally. I'm ready to leave that godforsaken hole. Right. What is that? Let's keep moving, yeah? What is with all of these creepers? Creeper? Oh man. Okay, let's move. And off I went, travelling far and wide to try and find myself a nice, snug home. Sadly, I didn't find it till about 3 or 4 days later, once I'd come across 2 different villages and had murdered my fair share of cows, zombies, skeletons, and almost died to a witch, which was not fun. As you can hear from my caveman-like sounds, we found the first village. I was just having a quick look on the map here to see if I could see anything of interest, and I did actually. You can see I found the other village I was just talking about. I tried to put a waypoint down, I couldn't find out how to do it, so I just decided, right, I'm going to keep looking. You can see on the map I was trying to work out what was actually in the village. I found there was a tinker's smeltery, which is very important in this pack. That is ridiculously important, you've no idea. So, in the morning I set off again to go and pillage another village. On the way there I got a little bit sidetracked, found myself some blue orchids. They're important for the healing axe, again, as I said earlier, or mentioned. And as I've been going along, I've been collecting all of the gardens, which again you need for the healing axe. I think I may have said, I honestly can't remember. But this village had ourselves a blacksmith, which got me a steel chest plate. And the rest of that night, I hid myself in a wizard tower. Wasn't that interesting? Just thought I should mention it. After that, I ran away trying to find myself a new home, a new place to stay. But as you can see here, I almost died to a witch. So close, I was on half a heart. If a single skeleton in the bushes or a zombie had snuck up on me, I'd have been a goner. This video would end a lot sooner than it would have otherwise. I did find a lovely biome full of lavender and different structures, nice coloured trees, but then I found this area. I just knew that this was going to be where I set up base. Those amazing mountains, and there was also a river just on the other side of those mountains, so that was that. I had chosen. This is where I was going to make my base. Just as I said, this is where I was going to make my base. I always like building on a 3, 5, 7, 11 or 9 like structure on bases, because it means you've always got a centre, and that is very important if you want to do basically anything, because you can do it in even numbers, but odd numbers is just so much easier to do it with. Like building is difficult enough to make things look nice in squares, but when you're building with even numbers and double wide doors, it's almost impossible. Like your roofs look funny, your windows look funny, everything looks weird. It doesn't work. You might have seen in that clip I was trying to look for gravel, because it means I can make chests, crafting tables, and also a hammer to get myself some more flint from cobblestone. So it means that I was able to get infinitely more. So that's why I was trying to find flint. I managed to find it several thousand blocks away, well, more like 600-700 blocks away from my base, which was a pain. And later on you find that there was stacks upon stacks of gravel just next to my base, just under a single layer of sand. I almost punched myself when I came across it when I was looking for some resources for something else later on in the video. I was fuming. On this here, I'm just going to let you watch and see what it's actually like for me to make a bed in this mod pack. I'm just going to leave it running so you can see the actual pain that I went through to get a bed of these things. After I'd made myself that bed, I decided to plant myself an apple and an orange tree, just to get myself some more food variety, because that is very important in this mod. You get extra hearts every time you eat a different food, so at the early game you just want to be basically a chef, eating all the food you come across, making as many foods as you can, and yeah, as you can see, I almost died to a zombie with a sword in the morning. Scared the daylights out of me. Thankfully it died of natural causes, but it surely gave me a wake-up call, that's for certain.
Yes. As I have an extra amount of these gardens, I am just going to be using these seeds and random stuff for the foreseeable future. Yeah. Not the best.
So I had a little look at my quest book, see what was up to come, and then I started chiseling out the rest of my base. Once I'd done that, I moved all of my stuff downstairs to make sure I was going to be safe, and after that I went and pillaged some more villages. All of the crap that I'd left last time, like some other smelteries. I actually found a second village whilst I was out pillaging the villages, but yeah, it was amazing. I hate villagers. They are a pain. The amount of times I've had to make villager farms, they are a different breed. there's me setting up all of the Tinker's Construct tables that I had just previously stolen from the village. And yeah, Tinker's Construct is amazing. I love the Tinker's Construct mod. It is one of the better mods out there, I can certainly say that for sure. But after that, I went and got myself another even, Tinker's Construct Smeltery. Love the Tinker's Construct Smeltery. It doubles your ore. It makes everything so easy. It is one of the best things ever. I also managed to get my hands on some carrots, potatoes and wheat, which is quite good because you can't actually get wheat seeds from the grass that you punch. I don't think anyway. But there we go. I found the other village and it was pretty packed as well. I found some good loot and another Tinker's Smeltery. I got a lot of this by the end of this. After I had finished defacing the public smeltery for the village, I very randomly came across a random emerald that was just on the ground. I have no idea how it got there. I still don't know while I'm editing this. I have no idea where it came from. It just appeared. I don't even know. Villagers don't get emeralds dropped when you kill them, at least I don't think. But it was so weird. I just got an extra emerald. I don't know what you do with emeralds, but I know you trade, but yeah, that was it. I did some light reading. It was quite nice and good. I got fed up of it quite fast, and then I went to bed. Just a very simple day. So, now it is time to start work on our first multi-block Greg Tech machine. It's called the Coke Oven, and you need a lot of sand, clay, and a brick mould, I'm pretty sure, to make it. It is a royal pain, especially in the early game, because you don't have any way to collect more than one block, and you also need to smelt all of the bricks. So I decided to make myself three new furnaces, and yeah, made myself a mortar and the multi-block Greg Tech machine. But first I had to go through all of the hassle of making all of the different things before you get to the point where you can make it in the quest book. Because as I said earlier, you must follow the quest book or else everything's going to get scuffed up. The quest book has all sorts of things. It has crafting tasks, retrieval tasks, and I think seeing tasks, like biome tasks and all of that. But if you don't go, like if you just collect something like a bed and it's a crafting task, then you actually need to recraft the bed. And that's what it is with the Tinker's Construct stuff, which is annoying to say the least. But otherwise from that, it was relatively hassle-free. Besides from that small little hiccup that we had with the Tinker's Construct tables. And there we go, toss them all in the furnace, and now we wait. Well, you don't, I do.
Let's make some tools. So, in Tinker's Construct, you can... These are the tools I'll probably use for the rest of the time that I'm actually here, the rest of the time that we do the series, because you can upgrade them, you can put new heads on them, you can exchange like parts on them, you can exchange like the handle, the head of it, you can exchange basically everything. So that means that we're going to keep these cool tools to the end of time, basically. Yeah. There we go. Right, do we feeling lucky? I feel like we are. Right. Oh, we were feeling lucky. We got some random bits of food. A damper. Oh, looking dapper. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Upgrade. Right, as we saw a second ago, you saw me put the bricks in the oven. Now we're just waiting on them, so I think I'm just going to wait them out. There we go, this is what I mean. I can exchange the wooden bit, the wooden binding for a bronze binding that I found in one of the villages, and that, well, it helps the pickaxe. That's very helpful. I think we can also make a sword. Maybe not. There we go, that's all of our bricks done. Now we can make the coke oven, which is going to let us get charcoal and other bits and pieces. Need a little bit more.
We ended up having a few extra bricks that we didn't actually craft into blocks.
There we go.
I ended up actually pressing the turn off recording button whilst doing this by accident.
So as you can see, these are the chunk borders. Yeah, chunk borders. You don't want to put one of these Greg Tech multi-block machines on a chunk border. It has a small chance to void the items when you do that, so you just want to avoid it at all cost. But as we've got it now, I think I'm going to fill it up with logs and start producing charcoal. That's the best course of action.
And here we have a prime example of all of the stuff that I actually need to do to just complete one of these tasks. And this is one of the easier tasks. Later on it takes multiple episodes to just do one quest book task. It is insane.
Okay, I'm not quite sure what this does, but I know flint mattock. I know it acts as a hoe though, so I'm not sure what else it does though. There we go, got myself an iron bucket.
So I ended up going ahead and making myself a cow pen and a sheep pen. I thought this was a great idea in the moment, in which, in fairness, it would be if I'd done it properly, which I didn't. They are going to be a pain later on. Creepers spawn in them, zombies spawn in them, they explode twice, I just give up in the end. I was also putting together myself a farm.
Our farm is looking very prosperous. Over there you can see we have the cotton. This is just random stuff, and again random stuff. Need to check if that's everything, and then after that, yeah, probably go through more of the quest book.
This is the bit I was talking about when making my cow and sheep pen. I also gave my house steps going up to it so I didn't have to jump every time I wanted to go into my house. Today I brought over the sheep and cows. Little do they know they are only in there for slaughter. I went ahead and got myself some more leather for the leather materials task, so I could go ahead and make myself a pair of oven gloves. I think it's actually called pizza gloves, but yeah, there you go, cow timber.
Well, we got a good amount of cotton from that. Not quite a full harvest, but even so. So we use cotton to make cotton seeds and string. So through that I think we get a quest. Yes. Cotton, cotton and more cotton. That is good. What's that? Pooja. I don't even know what that is. Don't really care either. Right. Let's make these cake gloves. It means we can carry lava, which is going to be very, very, very helpful.
Again, more small micro crafting, which isn't that fun. It can be fun, but not whilst you're trying to make a pair of pizza gloves. I also ended up not having enough cotton to finish off all of the pizza gloves. This is the bit that I was saying earlier about there being creepers inside of my cow pen. Here we go, it pulls me towards it and I can't run away before it explodes. Yep, I was fuming. I think creepers, cows and sheep are my three most hated animals.
Got another multiplier on my shovel. That's good.
I was up above the sheep and cow pen thinking that if I made myself a moat, there'd be no more mobs inside of the cow and sheep pens. Oh, how I was sorely mistaken. The next day, I went off and got myself some cows that I thought would survive, as my moat was there. Again, I was sorely mistaken. These people would die in a matter of And here we have it, the crafting of the pizza gloves. These are important because they're the only way you can actually pick up lava without burning your hands. If you pick lava or anything with lava in it up,
Don't burn your fingers.
You will hurt yourself.
Right. It's time to upgrade. By that I mean we just need to like get iron, bronze and all of that shenanigans. Alright, let's move.
So, as I was out visual prospecting, I found myself a coal vein that dropped me straight into a cave which I wanted to secure. But I died, I think, a total of 3 times. It was almost 4. So, that was not the most productive trip. But after that, there was no more hiccups, which was good. And those final few pieces of dirt and cobblestone were the final saga of that, securing that cave, and hopefully I'll never deal with anything like that again. So, I went along digging more holes, trying to find copper, iron and tin. As you can see here, I dug many holes, finding many different things. I only ever found 1 tin, I think I found 2 copper and 2 iron. It was very annoying. So now, I was trying to advance the Bronze Age, and that incurs smelting copper, smelting tin, making some mortar and pestle to grind up the tin, and copper. And then you mix it together. That is the only way you can do it currently, because it's a pain. But yep, smelting copper, grinding up the copper, grinding up the tin, mixing them together, and that was that. Here we go, it's a 3 to 1 ratio. And there we go. That is our first bit of bronze. That quest. I'm not gonna need 42 ingots. That is our first little bit of bronze. As you can see, I'm currently slowly digging out this area. We'll probably have that done by next episode. And yeah, I think with that we've got our first little bit of bronze. I remember we got some from a chest a while ago when we were exploring to find our base location. But yeah, anyway, thank you all very much for watching, and I hope I'll see you all in the next episode of Greg Tech New Horizons.